An environmental group is this evening deepening its call for greater public consultations about the possible impacts on oil exploration and extraction off Jamaica's shores. The call comes even as the government considers the possibility of the presence of oil and its likely benefit to the economy. Krista Campbell has the details.
Oil off Jamaica's shores, a possibility that could see millions of US dollars in investments to start drilling for the valuable commodity. But even as the oil exploration phase continues, CEO of the Jamaica Environment Trust, JET, Dr. Teresa Rodriguez Moody, is insisting that extensive public consultations are needed.
And we've been told that there's been none, but I don't know what has been documented. Nothing has really been shared in a public way other than in general language. We understand that there was supposed to be some monitoring taking place, but the findings of that I'm not quite sure. I don't think it is made public. If it's submitted to NEPA, then more than likely the public would have to do an ATI request. We have not done so as yet.
Now, while she notes that at this stage, much more studies will have to be done, along with an extensive environmental impact assessment, Dr. Rodriguez Moody noted concerns.
Even at this point, people are still recovering from Hurricane Melissa. And it almost feels jarring to talk about, expanding the same industry that is directly linked to these kind of devastating impacts.
She says while not insisting upon the negatives surrounding oil exploration and extraction, so far she's only heard emphasis being placed on the possible economic benefits to Jamaica.
Their livelihoods might be affected because you can't necessarily fish in these particular locations. These are things that are also well documented in places. In Guyana, for example, fishers will talk about the impact that they have on their livelihoods as a result of this new and emerging industry.
As for accountability and monitoring,
I hear the discussion about possibly using the money that we earn from fossil fuel, from the industry, to finance adaptation to climate change. And I mean, while in theory that might sound good, it doesn't actually happen. Many people actually just double down and invest further in the fossil fuel industry.
She notes that while the country's new energy policy has a target to significantly increase renewable energy supplies, there's been no clear outline as to how this will be done.
How do we go about those things? How do we make EVs, for example, more affordable? There are some concessions, but they are still pretty expensive. We also don't have as many charging stations around the country. What is the plan around that? If you want to, say, have less emissions from the transportation sector, a lot of our oil and gas goes towards what we import, goes towards the transportation sector.
Krista Campbell, TVJ News.